This is Commerce Township on the outskirts of Detroit, Michigan. It is an American suburb similar to many others around the U.S. It is completely surrounded by large lakes, vast wetlands, and lush forests. These areas are a host to many different interesting creatures. One of these creatures is the Virginia opossum. It will eat just about anything it comes across, including dead things. This makes it an omnivore and a scavenger. Very few things are off the menu for this animal. In short, it is nature's garbage disposal. Their strong sense of smell is always guiding them to find a meal, even if sometimes this makes them unpopular with their neighbors. This opossum's nose has led it to this branch, and whatever the scent here is, it seems to be irresistible. Sometimes, to avoid a predator, or if it gets scared, it will stop in its tracks, fall over, and pretend to be dead. It is a reflex to danger known as playing possum. It can continue this behavior for several hours, even if moved or disturbed. When waddling about the forest or climbing trees, the opossum uses a thumb on its hind paws for balance. They also use their long, naked tail, which is prehensile, meaning they can grab onto things. They are a solitary animal, moving around from place to place searching for food. They will sleep in old animal dens, tree stumps, or wherever suits them. Perhaps it is this easygoing characteristic that helps the opossum to adjust to most living situations. The opossum is North America's only marsupial, meaning they raise their young in a pouch which can be found on the lower side of their bellies, much like a kangaroo. There are nipples inside the pouch which the young babies suckle for food. They must spend several months here in order to develop and grow stronger. When they are old enough, they leave the pouch and stick close to mommy until she decides it's time to leave them. Unfortunately, accidents will happen. and mothers with full pouches get hit by traffic, leaving the babies all alone. Luckily, there are people who rescue these orphans and nurture them until they can take care of themselves. These babies have lost their mother to a traffic accident. They are still very young, and it will be several months before they are big enough to be on their own. For now, they are tube-fed a highly nutritious diet which will help them to grow strong. After supper time, they return to their new pouch to rest. Babies grow fast, and within several weeks, they are starting to take on many of the typical opossum traits. They can now eat regular food as opposed to being tube-fed, and they are curious about their new surroundings. This is the only time in their lives they have a chance to be sociable with other opossums. It is the only time they are not alone. But wait, one straggler has become separated from the group. He wanders around desperately, calling out for his brothers and sisters. Where did they all go? After a long search, the young one finds them back at the den, and they all settle down for a well-deserved nap. Several months after we were introduced to the group of shaky-legged orphans, they have grown in size and stature. They grew larger and more curious every day. They enjoyed each other's company as they prepared themselves for a life of solitude. Now they have grown into formidable little opossums. Their fur has become longer and frizzier, their senses have sharpened, and they are capable of fending for themselves. As nighttime draws near, the young ones prepare to head out one last time, except this time on their own, without their brothers and sisters. Uncertain of the future, they are now ready to begin their own journey. They are ready for their own tale to begin.
I held my breath Yes, I waited for rain. I'd have baptized myself, prayed that I'd be taken away from the distraction blue.